Binding energy is a crucial concept in XPS. If you look into the XPS spectrum, so on x-axis there is a binding energy. Binding energy simply means how tightly these electrons bound to the nucleus. If we compare two different atoms, let's suppose this is titanium and this is oxygen. So oxygen contains 8 protons while titanium contains 22 protons. So for these first S electrons, the binding energy is far higher in the case of titanium than oxygens, because these electrons, there is a more influence from the nucleus as compared to the oxygen. The difference in energies between the two atoms, in this is the initial atom here before ionizations, and this is the atom after ionizations. So the difference between these two energies is called basically binding energy. Let's discuss the concept of binding energy and XPS analysis. It is a crucial concept in XPS for elemental composition, that what types of elements exist in the samples. The second important thing is the chemical environment. For instance, this is oxygen atom. So the binding energy concept also reveals that how this atom interact with the neighboring atoms, whether this atom lose the valence electron or whether it gains the valence electrons. So binding energy also reveal about the chemical environment. If you look into the XPS spectrum, this is a standard XPS spectrum here for zinc and graphene oxide. So on the x-axis there is a binding energy, and this binding energy is from 0 to 1200 volt, and in some case it is 1400 electron volt. On the y-axis there is a number of electrons count per second. In X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy, we simply bombard X-ray of known photon on the samples, and the photoelectron eject from the sample. Let's suppose this is oxygen sample, and if we take one atom from oxygen, it looks like this one here. So the binding energy basically means that how these core electrons are tightly bound to the nucleus. So this is basically the binding energy, and also similarly the how the valence electrons are tightly bound to the nucleus. And there is a more influence from the nucleus, so we say that the binding energy will be higher. So it means that for these core electrons, or for this core electron, the binding energy is higher as compared to this binding energy here, because these core electrons are tightly bound to the nucleus. There is a more attractive force from the nucleus, because nucleus contains proton, positive charge, and this is electrons. So there is a more attractive force, and this is why these core electrons have the higher binding energies. This binding energy is basically the fingerprint for the elements. So we can easily determine that what type of elements exist, because we have the binding energy table, and there all elements binding energies are available. So we simply compare, and then we can infer that what types of elements exist in the sample. If you compare these two atoms, so it is clear that this is bigger atom than this one here. This is, let's suppose oxygen here, and let's suppose this is titanium or zinc or something, right? So this contains 22 proton in the nucleus, and this only contain 8 proton in the nucleus, and this contain 22 protons in the nucleus. So if we talk about this first s orbitals, so here is the binding energy. So this means that the binding energy for this titanium, is very greater than the binding energy for oxygen, and I'm talking about the first s orbital here. So because these core electrons are tightly bound, there is a more attractive force from the nucleus as compared to the oxygen atoms. So binding energy simply means that how tightly these electrons are bound to the nucleus, whether the attractive force, the pulling power of this nucleus is more or less. If it is more, so we will say that higher binding energy. If it is less, we will say less binding energy. In the XPS here, this is XPS spectrum, so this is the binding energy, and we know that the binding energy increases from left to right here. This is, let's suppose, 1400 here, and here is 0. So the titanium peaks will appear here. This is titanium peak here, and it is from 1s, let's suppose, and the oxygen peaks will appear here. Because I know the binding energy is less here, so it will appear at lower binding energy here. So this peak will be from oxygen 1s here. In the context of XPS, binding energy basically means that how much energy is required to remove this bound electron, this core electron. This is basically X-ray. So how much energy is required to remove these electrons and take it to the Fermi level in the case of metals, and take it to the vacuum level in the case of semiconductor and insulators. This is very important here. Let's suppose this is our initial atom. It is in relaxed mode here. So once we shine the X-ray here, so now it is in ionized state here. So the binding energy is also defined in XPS. The difference between these two energies, basically, the difference between these two energies is called binding energy. What was the initial energy of this atom before photoionizations, and what is now the energy of this atom after photoionizations? So we also define binding energy in this way in the case of XPS.